Welcome back. I'm getting ready to head into the gym right now, so I thought I would share a little bit about my postpartum activity journey. I am almost 7 months postpartum, and for reference, I'm almost 29 years old. I had my first baby in July. I mostly have a background in lifting, specifically powerlifting. Growing up, I played sports. I wouldn't call myself athletic. Maybe a little more athletic in high school. When I switched from doing things like softball to track and cross country. And then senior year, I started lifting. And then when I went to college, that turned into powerlifting, and I competed a couple times. I did get a back/hip injury that is currently bothering me right now. I've gone to physical therapy and stuff for it when it was at its worst, so I know it's mostly probably my core just being weak and me trying to do certain things too soon, like the jump roping and agility ladder training I did in my garage the other day. Anyways, when I knew I wanted to get pregnant, I knew I was going to use Meg Squats Plus One app. So it has 3 phases: trying to conceive, the actual pregnancy part, and then the postpartum part. And it has tons of resources on it about pelvic floor, diaphragmatic breathing, especially in that trying to conceive in the first part of the pregnancy phase. It was a lot about managing core pressure, since you already have so much pressure with the growing baby and everything. So that went very well for me. I will say the first trimester I was pretty tired, so at the very least I was doing the warm-ups, and that goes for basically the whole programming and in the postpartum part. At the very least, you need to do the warm-ups because that's where all the pelvic floor and core rehab stuff is. So I was lifting into my 3rd trimester, obviously not the weights that I was doing pre-pregnancy. I think this next pregnancy, I'll try to push the weights a little more, depending on how I feel. I won't be quite as nervous about things just like falling out. Right after I had my first baby, I took a couple weeks off and did basically nothing but rested, and then started doing short walks, and then it has you just doing breathing and refinding your pelvic floor connection. And then the next phase, you're on the floor on a mat, and then you progress to doing body weight and dumbbell things. And then when he was about 3, almost 4 months old, I was back in the gym. And luckily I have a gym where I can bring him at off times where there's not a lot of people. It's just like a warehouse powerlifting gym. So, and we're very accommodating. I won't let him bother other people. Like, we will leave before that happens. And he has little headphones and stuff. But the few people that we've encountered have been very good about it. Anyways, I progressed back into lifting, and for some reason, way into postpartum, I developed pubic symphysis disorder, which is like a stretching of the cartilage at your pubic bone. And a lot of people get it in pregnancy and it goes away after. And mine, for some reason, happened after. So I wonder if I went too fast into certain movements postpartum. So for example, I'm still not doing a lot of single leg stuff because that seems to exacerbate it pretty bad. But yeah, after the postpartum training was done, I was probably closer to 5 months postpartum. So I switched back to Meg Squat Stronger by the Day app, and I'm still only going 2 times a week. So I'm kind of modifying what things I do which day. Off days at home, I've been adding in yoga. Hey, Shayla just did a video where she talked about her postpartum activity, and I forgot about yoga. I used to do yoga videos. I'll link some of my favorite YouTube yogis below, but that has been very helpful, especially after the morning nursing session in the recliner and after being in weird positions all night nursing. So definitely adding that back in, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Then definitely going for walks. If it's at least 20 degrees outside, we're going for a walk. And I even got a jogging stroller, and I've jogged a couple times, so I'm hoping to get back into jogging and maybe eventually what I would call running once it warms up a little bit. I think the little guy will enjoy that in the jogging stroller. Anyways, it's just been really odd right now because for so much of my life, my short life, I've trained to have peak strength and to lift as much as I can. And now It's like, how much can I lift that's beneficial for my body and like works with this new body I have. And that's just been the weirdest thing postpartum. Like, I know people talk about it, but I'm glad I had lifting, because once I started lifting again, that's when I started to feel more like myself. People have all different ideas about like what feeling like themselves is, but when I started lifting, like, I felt like I'm still, like, this is still me. I didn't mind who I was after labor, but I don't know. This is the thing for me for sure. No matter what, I'll figure out a way to do it. I think next postpartum, I'm going to extend the pelvic floor training and stuff and not rush into things. I didn't have any idea how much my body would kind of put itself back together if I treated it right. And I wanted to rush into things because I didn't like the way like my abdominal area looked. And I tried really hard to pretend that I didn't mind, but I really did. It's just crazy to me how much that like firmed up and came together just from the core training and from patience and walking. So I'm going to extend that more. Plus next time I'm going to have a toddler, so I'm going to have to get a few kettlebells or something for home. I guess all this is to say that people in postpartum need to give themselves so much more grace. Next time I'm going to be so much more patient with myself, and I'm still giving myself grace with this stuff every day. Like, I'm just happy that I'm showing up, or if we go for a short walk, or if I just get through the pelvic floor warm-up stuff at home. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen next, the next time I'm pregnant, and how the next postpartums will go. And I know that right now I'm training and eating for a very specific reason. And someday I'll be done having babies and I can eat how I want. I won't have to worry about maintaining a good milk supply. I don't have to worry about like my hormones trying to keep extra fat for, supporting entire human lives. Like, that is just mind-blowing that I completely grew a human with my body and so far eaten nothing except what's come from me. So that will change here soon, and I'll just keep rolling with the punches. But I hope this maybe gave you some inspiration for your postpartum activity, or at least some solidarity. So thank you for watching.